What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Moe Ninja Girls. So in this video, like with season 3, I chose to skip directly to the end of season 4. Now I said this back at the end of season 3, but the reason I chose to skip ahead is because considering how long this game is, because at the time of recording this, they're on season 17, and there's no way I can physically do every single video on like a video on each chapter, because the series will just be way too long, and plus doing it like that would just be ridiculous. Like at that point nobody will watch it, so it would just make the series way too long. So I chose for seasons where there's girls that we've seen before previously. I chose to skip directly to the end, because that way it allows me to get through the series a little bit quicker, and also like save some time, and then the series won't be as long. So yeah, this would just be a little bit easier way to do this. So with that being said, now I did take, like with season 3, I did take some notes for season 4, kind of like a general overview of events that happened up until this point. So for anybody that plays the game that hasn't read season 4 yet, this will be the part of the video where you click off now, as these will be spoilers. And after you've read it yourselves, then you guys can come back to this later if you want. But for the rest of us, we're just going to jump right into it. Now, I do usually take some pretty detailed notes, so this will probably be a pretty lengthy explanation. So, if you guys want to skip through it, I guess I'll put another timestamp, because I think I did that with season 3 as well. So yeah, you could probably like skip to here if you want to just cut directly into the story. Just cut directly into the video. But anyway, so with that being said, let's just jump into it. So, to start of season 4, we open with Miyu on top of the main character. Now, you see, that's the common scenario with these kinds of stories, is those accidental, like, perverted moments. It's like they don't mean for it to happen, they just kind of happen. Like, a lot of these male characters, they do end up going through that with a lot of these stories. It's kind of funny how they keep reusing that, but anyway. So, the main character explains that the events that we saw haven't happened yet. So he cuts into a flashback. So we cut to when the club got the mission to find the 3 mysteries of the school. I believe that's where we ended off with season 3. So the first mystery is to find a treasure born of moonlight. Now, with so little clues to go on, they're unsure of what to actually look for. Now, their best guess is to search the school during a full moon at the midnight hour. So we fast forward to the night of the mission. They gather at the school before midnight. Now, everyone seems excited except for Rika, who seems a little nervous. Now, while they're exploring the school, they go through a series of traps. Like someone went through all the effort to try to keep them from finding things. Or I don't know if they really... Because the traps weren't intended to cause harm. They just did that to slow them down, I guess. But yeah, someone went through a lot of effort to rig the school of a bunch of stuff. And it's kind of funny. Now, one of these traps was the cause for Miyu on top of the main character. She slipped on some ice and fell on him. So that's essentially what happened. And so now that we've got that all cleared up, now this is technically present day. So by the end of it all, after they went through all these traps, both the main character and Enju, they were super pissed, right? Now, Enju, at this point, she was really fired up to want to solve the mystery even more. Now, Enju thinks that she has it solved by taking them to the garden. Now, it's the only place where the full moon could be seen clearly. So, Johnny and the main character, they start digging, and then they do find some kind of treasure. Like, they find a little box, but inside they find this plastic jewel. You know, it's like some kind of toy or something. Now, at this point, everybody's a bit disappointed, and they all just leave because there's really no reason to stick around. Now, the MC, he stays back to wait for Rika. As it turns out, she was the one that placed all the traps and the quote-unquote treasure. Now, you see, when I suspected that Rika was probably behind this when Miyu said that the floor was covered in ice. And because when they first got to the school, like the air was cold. So it only made sense that Rika was behind it, because she's the only one in the group that has ice powers. So, anyway. So, she said the principal wanted her to do all those things, place all those traps. So, the next day, they meet with the principal. Now, he commends them for the effort they put in, and the main character, he kind of just goes along with it because he knows the truth, that he was the one behind it. So, out of nowhere, the owner of the school decides to show up to the principal's office. Now, this guy appears to be much more uptight than the principal. Now, he's kind of an ass. Like, he's sitting there calling the group hoodlums. Like, he just doesn't generally like these kids. And because he thinks they're troublemakers, like he has his suspicions about them, and so he says he'll clean up the school, as in try to find reasons to get these kids kicked out of school, essentially. So the group at this point, they decide to just forget about the encounter, as they have the next mystery to solve. So the next mystery they have is, apparently there's a ghost of a young girl that took her own life, and she haunts the school. Now, Tenge says she might have heard a girl's voice one night, so it is possible that the story is true. So the group meets up at the school again in the dead of night. Now, again, they have very little clues to go off of, so they decided to split up at this time. They split up in the first one too, but this time, they split up again. So the main characters group, they stop in one of the hallways. Now, Rika says she heard a voice. Now, the main character, he tells her that, oh, it's just your imagination. But Miyu and Fu both confirm that they heard a voice too. Now, they suspect the voice came from the AV room. So, they step inside, but they don't encounter anything out of the ordinary. So, the next day, they go back to the AV room. Now, it's a lot less frightening in the daytime, but things are off. Now, there's a huge stack of game consoles there, and the video projector doesn't work. Now, the reason they find these things odd is because if anybody has read the Ninja Fight bonus stories, I think the Tenge swimsuit, they mentioned in that one that there's video games actually aren't allowed on school campus, on school grounds. So that was already a red flag there. And then the video projector doesn't work, which means based on these findings, they conclude that it wasn't a ghost but a person. So someone was actually operating all these things. Someone actually brought all that stuff there. So they report their findings to the principal, and he says to go find the electrician. Now, the main character, he sees the electrician in the garden, but he's walking away from the school. Now, the main character, he already thought that's another thing he thought was kind of weird. Because if he's supposed to be working on school grounds, why would he be walking away from the school? So he decides to follow him. And the electrician meets with the owner of the school in the forest. As it turns out, he hired the electrician to help him find something. So the club meets back up to discuss the next course of action in regards to the mystery. So Rika suggests that they lure the ghost out with food. So Miyu offers to cook. Now, at night, they meet back up at school and head for the AV room. So as they approach, they hear voices, which are most definitely human, because the main character, he hears them this time. So he's like, okay. But anyway, so now that they have a suspect, they rush into the room. They attempt to escape, but Tenge, she uses her fan to stop them because she has wind powers. So she uses her fan to stop them. Now, Enju, she notices, like, when they take her robe off, I guess, it's the head of student council. Now, when the main character sees her, he's not too happy. As it turns out, it's revealed that the MC and the girl came from the same village. Now, if we go back to season 3, the main character had an encounter with this girl before when they were chasing Tenge, because they were trying to follow her to see what she was doing. And they revealed in that they knew her, but they didn't really go into detail as to where he knew her from. But here they confirm it. So, but yeah, they're both from the same village. Now, she apparently used to train the main character, which reveals that she's actually a lot older than she looks. Because I guess apparently she's in her 80s, but she still looks like she's 17, which is interesting. Now, the principal actually brought her in to help out once in a while. Now, she tells them that she was the one... excuse me. She tells them that she was the one they've been looking for. So the next day, they meet with the principal again to tell him that they solved the second mystery. Now, he tries to act surprised, but the main character, he isn't convinced. Because by this point, he's just really annoyed that these mysteries haven't yielded very interesting results. So he gives them the last mystery, and apparently it's something about a secret room at the school. So the group heads to the student council room to find Enju and Tenge. Now, the main character explains to them the next mystery, thinking that they might know more about it. Now, they're not too sure, but the best idea they come up with is to check the library. So they all plan to go together, but the school owner shows up and stops them, and he tells Enju and Tenge to get back to work. So the rest of the group heads to the library. Now, the books that they were looking for had nothing that they needed in them, so their best guess is maybe the classroom building might turn up something. So the next day, the main character is walking through the forest. Now, he wanted to check up on Rika and Miyu's training, because Rika has been training Miyu in her ninja, like training her to be a better ninja, right? So when he gets there, he actually sees a standoff between Rika and Tenge. So Rika was jealous that the main character was amazed by Tenge's ninjutsu, like when she uses her wind powers. So she wanted to fight her to prove that she's actually better. Now, in the end, Tenge ended up winning. She used a teleport technique that further amazed the MC. Apparently, in this story, not many ninjas can do that kind of spell and power. So he was really impressed at how much she actually knew. So after the battle ends, the student council head shows up. Now, apparently she came to watch the fight. So she tells Rika if she only focuses on physical and not her ninja powers, then she will never win. And I think Rika was a little bit bothered by that. It would be understandable, but anyway. So the next day, Rika doesn't show up to school on time. Now, the MC, he's a little concerned, but they have to focus on the last mystery. So, Enju proposes that maybe the head of student council might know more. Now, it's a good idea, but they have no idea how to even contact her. While thinking it over, this is when Rika shows up. Now, she revealed that she was late because she wanted to buy a new video game that came out. So when she says that, the main character thinks that maybe they could use that to draw out the student council head. Since the game is new and she's a hardcore gamer, it's the best bait. So they sneak into the school again to lay the trap, and sure enough, she shows up. The MC rushes in so she can't run away, and then after everyone calms down, he asks her about the secret room. Now, she lets it slip that she does know something, but she refuses to say anything. before they leave, she makes a deal with Rika. If she lets her play the game and beat it, then she will train her. So that way, Rika can try to get more information about the secret room. So a little hesitant at first, Rika ultimately agrees to the terms, because she wants to improve her ninja training after losing so dishonorably to Tenge. She was even more determined to get better. So that's why she took the deal. Now the student council head wants to get to training right away. Now they walk to the forest, and she asks Rika to show her what she can do. Now she starts to create a blizzard, but the student council head, she easily dispels it. So after consulting with Rika, she moves on to Miyu. Now Miyu is unsure of what she's good at because she hasn't been training for too long. So the student council head tries to see if she can perform a finger spell. Apparently all ninjas should be able to perform at least a basic finger spell. So while attempting it, Miyu faints. And then we cut to the next day, and Miyu comes to school. She's perfectly fine. Now they ask her what happened, but she doesn't want to talk about it. So they kind of just focus on the mystery anyway. So Akari shows up and has the idea to ask the principal for more clues on the mystery, since they're completely stumped. Now, the main character, he doesn't want to do that because he feels like that would just be admitting defeat. Like just a sign of giving up, essentially. So while they're there talking about it, the principal walks by, conveniently. So they ultimately give in and ask him for any other clues. Now, he says that it's hidden behind a person. I don't know if he said it was a person laughing loudly, or I think he might have said one who laughs loudly, but they interpreted that as a person. So yeah, he ultimately says a person laughing loudly. So back at the club room, they mull over the riddle some more, and Miyu thinks that she might have solved it. So they go to the principal's office, and in there's actually a scroll hanging on the wall that reads LOL, laugh out loud. Because if you see in the scenes where they're at the principal's office, it has that scroll in the background. So we've seen it quite a bit. But I never would have thought to associate the two things together, so that's pretty interesting. So the MC actually checks behind the scroll, and he finds a staircase. So they head down the staircase, only to find a room full of anime guys. I think the MC refers to it as anime hunks. It's kind of funny. Now they actually see someone sleeping, which actually turns out to be the student council head. Now she wakes up and sees them all in there, and she's really surprised. But they're even more surprised at all the stuff that's in there. And while looking at everything, Rika notices something. It's actually the blueprints for the second warehouse and the classroom building. Now this makes the main character suspicious, as he doesn't know if they found the right room or not. So they head back to the principal's office, where they see him waiting there, and he congratulates them for solving all the mysteries. Now, the main character, he expects some kind of reward. Now, the principal says that the bond they formed from their time is their reward. Now, this makes the main character really upset, but since everyone else had a good time, he just stays silent. Now, with activities done for the day, all the club members leave except for the main character, Rika, and Miyu. Now, the main character asks Miyu if she was feeling alright after, fainting before. And this time she decides to share a secret with them, so she leads them to the rooftop. Now, this is where she reveals why she can't do finger spells. So evidently, as a child, she used to learn finger spells from someone. She used to have someone to train her in that. Now, one day her family went on vacation with a head of another village, I think. And while they were gone, the village was attacked. When they got back, everything was on fire. But Miyu, she was more concerned about her master. So she went to her house and she found her charred remains. So ever since then, she's been unable to perform finger spells because it reminds her of that night. So the main character and Rika offered to help her through it. And with them there and showing their support, Miyu was able to perform the spell. And so the next week, it seems like things are getting back to normal. And then Rika comes to class. She looks very tired. So the main character asks her what's wrong. And she says that she was training all weekend. Now, he's never seen her so tired after training before. So he wonders if she's being pushed too hard. Now, Miyu comes to find them because apparently the principal wants to meet with the three of them. So they meet with the principal, and he wants to discuss something with them. So he's wondering if they've noticed anything strange about the owner of the school. They say they haven't, but at this point, the MC is questioning whether, like, if the principal is concerned about him, he's wondering if he's a ninja or not. So after they leave the principal's office, they all agree to keep an eye on him. So during club activities, Akari is a little bummed out that they have nothing to do since they solved all the mysteries. Now, of course, everyone kind of feels that way a little bit. And so, while they're sitting there thinking about what to do, Miyu tells the main character that Fu has found the owner. So Rika, Miyu, and the MC leave club early to go find him. While following Fu, he actually leads them to the pool. The owner is there during the swimming club activities. Now, he's apparently looking for something. They're not too sure what he's looking for, but they decide to report it to the principal's office since they promised to keep an eye on him. Now, before they leave, Rika passes out. So they carry her to the nurse's office. Now, Miyu leaves to get her some food, and the main character, he stays behind to look after her. Now, after Miyu leaves, she wakes up. So the main character asks her why she's so worn out. And she says that she wasn't only training with her master, the head of student council, but she was also training by herself as well. Now, she was worried that the main character wouldn't come, since she got so, she had a humiliating defeat by Tenge. She's worried that if she doesn't become good enough, she won't be actually be able to contribute much to the group, and the main character would end up abandoning her. But he tells her that would never happen. And so we cut to the next day. Rika comes to school sick. Now, of course, the main character is concerned again, but she says she's fine because she promised to take it easy with her training a little bit more. So while they're talking, the student council head shows up looking for her. Now, she comes to bring her game back because she beat it already. And then she notices with Rika's coughing that snow is coming out. And she says that the training is actually producing results and wants to train further at lunch. So at lunch, Rika, Miyu, and the MC all deliberate what the owner could be after. Now, Rika seems to think that he's just a pervert, but the MC believes that he's actually looking for something, like he wants something. So Rika comes up with the idea that since Enju is in contact with him a lot, to ask her. So they find her in the library and ask her about him. The current assignment that he tasked her with was to gather old newspaper articles, because he apparently wants a full timeline of the school's history. So the mystery of what he's supposedly looking for becomes even more puzzling. Now, the owner shows up checking to see if she found everything. Now, she hasn't, as it's a lot of files to go through. So he offers to lend her a hand, but she refuses, because by this point they're pretty skeptical of what he's actually looking for. So he gets frustrated, and then he asks for blueprints of the school. Now, Enju gave them to him already, but there's a couple blueprints that were missing apparently. It was the classroom building and the second warehouse. Now, the main character, he recalls seeing those in the student council head's secret room. So we cut to club activities, and Miyu and the student council head are playing Old Maid. Now, they're playing supposedly to help Miyu hone in more of her ninja skills. So the main character goes to the student council head and asks her what kind of training it's supposed to be. Now, she says she's teaching her the ability to sense danger, which is something that her family excels at, because her family has been really good at that for generations. Now, the whole club joins in on the games as well because they have nothing really else to do. So they all play. So they continue their games when Miyu says Fu hears the owner nearby. Now, since they're in the second warehouse, the only place he could be is the forest. So he shoots a look at Rika, and the three of them head out. Now, they see the owner in the forest, and then Miyu detects a presence heading for them. She's already using her ability to sense danger coming. So they hide, and it turns out it's the owner's secretary. Now, she tells the owner that in the school's history, the second warehouse has never been renovated. So the owner figured something was strange about the building, so he makes the plan to renovate it, which is essentially tear it down. So the MC, Rika, and Miyu head to the principal's office to tell them what they found out. Now, while there, the owner and the secretary come in, and he tells the principal that he wants to renovate the second warehouse. Quote-unquote renovate. Now, he also wants to cut funding on clubs that are underperforming. Now, the principal tells him that he won't let that happen, and the owner threatens to fire him. Now, the owner gives him some documents before he leaves, kind of information of all the clubs he wants to get rid of. So the principal allows the kids to see them, and sure enough, their club is on the chopping block. So the three of them head back to the club room to tell them what happened. So at this point, a couple days have passed, and the group congregates in the secret room. The principal is on the phone with the higher-ups, and it turns out the owner is planning on demolishing a second warehouse in just 2 days. Since he already had arrangements in place, stopping him would be very difficult. Akari wonders if there's someone with more authority than the owner that has more say that could stop him and tell him not to do this. And so after hearing that, the MC comes up with a plan. And that is where we are at in the story. They haven't gone over what his plan is yet. They're already putting it in motion, but they haven't really said what it was yet. But we are about to find that out now. So with that being said, let's get into the story. Alright, so we are on Chapter 10 now, which is the last chapter of the season, Super 9. So we're about to find out if the MC's plan is going to work in him stopping the demolition of their club room, essentially. So let's get into it. Okay. It is now 11 a.m. This is Johnny. Please respond. Have reached target point. Over. Yamabuki here. I've reached my target too. Do you copy? Over. You're both coming in loud and clear, obviously. We're using our phones, not walkie-talkies. Over. Come on, use the code. You're gonna ruin the mood. Oh, and we still don't have a visual on the owner. Over. Hold up, I see him. He's coming out of the ticket turnstile. What gives? He's not supposed to be here for another hour. Over. Crud, he's right. Mitsuge, please advise. Over. Johnny, Yamabuki, stall him. Over. But how are we supposed to do that? Over. Fortunately for us, the owner doesn't know much about you two. Just do whatever it takes. Talk to him. Anything. Over. Roger that. Lucky for us, I'm good with people. We just need to bump into him. Act natural, right? Over. Play it cool. Got it. Let's hurry, Yamabuki. Over and out. Alright, going on standby. We'll maintain radio silence while we apprehend target. Over and out. Oh, and this message will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Come on, we gotta move. Over and out. Oh, yeah, right. Over and... They hang up. How many times do I have to tell them? This isn't a walkie-talkie. Is something wrong, Mitsuge? The owner got here earlier than planned. Johnny and Yamabuki are doing their best to keep him occupied. Very well. I shall aid in impeding his progress. You catch on quick. Thanks, I'm counting on you. Mitsuge-senpai. Mitsuge. Rika, Miu, where's everybody else? Yes, well, Akari-senpai and Tenge-senpai are presently guiding the members of the Board of Education on their tour of the school. What about us? Anything need doing? Not yet. Just concentrate and enhance your focus. Understood. Miu, you and I will begin with our part of the plan. Just then, my phone begins to vibrate. Hang on. Hello? What's your status, Johnny? Over. We got a major situation on our hands. We lost him. Repeat, lost visual on owner. Over. What? How could you lose him? Over. Here, give me that. We thought he'd come out of one exit, but he came out of another one. What do we do? If he gets into his car, it'll ruin all our plans. Please advise. Over. Looks like you'll have to do this the hard way. Go over all the exits one by one. Identify target, then engage immediately. Over. Please wait, Mitsuge-senpai. Let me handle this. Miu closes her eyes and begins to concentrate. I have him. Johnny-senpai, Yamabuki-senpai. Please go to the south exit, then turn right. Well done. Alright. Cool. Come on. Oh, come on, you piece of junk. Okay. You will find the owner there. He is heading toward the parking lot in that direction. Please hurry. Oh, and over. Really? Legit? Miu, you couldn't have... Could you? Could Miu really find him so easily using her abilities to sense danger? I still can hardly believe it is possible. Yes, well, it is what my intuition is telling me. I am fairly confident, however... Got it. I'll trust your intuition, Miu. Johnny, Yamabuki, did you two get all of that? Follow Miu's instructions, find that owner, then stall him as long as you can. Over. Oh, okay, roger that. Over. But, Miu, how do you know all of that? Over. Well, feminine intuition. Over. You have to be kidding me. Wow, just wow. Kinda cheesy, but I like that. Anyways, we got it. Copy that. Johnny, we need to get a move on. Over. Of course. Next, I hear the sound of rapid footsteps come from my phone. We have visual. I repeat, we have visual. He's really here. Over. She legit tracked him down? That's amazing. Some intuition you got there, Miu. Take care of it. Over and out. I hang up, then turn to face Miu, Rika, and Enju. Time is of the essence. We have to act fast. Okay. So I didn't mention in the beginning, but this time around I chose to go for Miu instead of Rika. Now, I will be honest, I did kind of cheat a little bit and did look at a guide. So, we're already done with Miu. So we can just do whatever here, but... we'll just do Rika for this time just because we can. Because, I mean, Miu's already done, so whatever. Right, Rika, stand by for further instruction. Wait until my signal to act. Got it? Understood. What's the matter? You're feeling a little nervous? Perish the thought. Well, maybe. Just a little. There's nothing to worry about. After all that training, you should be fine, right? Yes, training was successful. Training was. For actual operation, am uncertain. Rika, I believe in you, so believe in me who believes in you. Just calm down, it'll be fine. Understood. We'll believe. In Mitsuge. Alright, let's move out. It is do or die time now. We have to work together to stop that owner and his wicked ambitions. It is now 1 p.m. My phone rings. Hello? It's Johnny. Eagle has landed. I repeat, the Eagle has landed. The owner's at the school. We stalled him as long as we could. Over. We did our job. Now, Mitsuge, it's time to do yours. Over. Good job, both of you. Copy that. Over. Good luck, man. Over and out. Alright. So now, we're about to find out what's going on here. But yeah, see, we're already done with Miyu, so we can just pick whatever we want now. Okay. Hanging up on John and Yamabuki, I turn to look at Enju. Wordlessly, she nods. Enju then walks up to the owner in his expensive-looking black car. Good afternoon, dear owner. We have been expecting you. Ah, it's you. Where's that crane truck? Good. I see it's already here. Yes, it is. However, I regret to inform you that we have encountered some difficulties. Difficulties? Like what? Yes, well, unfortunately, the operator has not arrived. A clerical error of some sort, I am certain. Oh, woe betide. Whatever shall we do? The crane truck is simply useless without one. What? Humph. I have not come this far only to be denied. You, send for a replacement. Anyone will do. Just give me someone who can move that hunk of junk. Even if we were to call up such a replacement operator, they could never make it in time. Oh, whatever shall we do? Trembling with barely controlled rage, the owner leaps into the crane truck. Once in the driver's seat, he starts up the engine. This dude's gonna do it himself. This ought to be great. Mr. Owner, just what do you intend to do? I must insist, dear owner, please do not do anything rash. Quiet you, I've got a driver's license, I can do this. I'll tear down that warehouse myself. Dear owner, you must stop. Filling out the driver's seat of the crane truck, the owner goes to steer it. Rika and I are stationed on the rooftop. When Enju confirms that the owner is in position, she gives us a signal. All the pieces are now into place. You ready, Rika? Just say the word and I'll give Akari the signal. Rika, you aren't still nervous, are you? No, never. Not at all. Although Rika shakes her head no, her face is deathly pale. I've seen this before. She just can't help but put on a brave front in front of others. I know that much about her at the very least. Look around you. Nobody here but you and me. Not me, you, not anybody. You can be honest with me. Again, must repeat. Am not. Rika pauses in mid-sentence. Sorry, just might be scared. Only a little, though. Why? You did so good in practice during training, remember? Yes, during training. Still lack confidence. Success cannot envision. Only worst outcomes. If unsuccessful, if I failed. I know exactly what she is trying to say. It is her first time using this skill in an actual mission, where failure is not an option. That is a whole lot of pressure for a normal girl, even one as stoic and stony-faced as Rika. Sorry, Enju, stall for time. With gestures and by mouthing the words, I give this message to Enju, who is still in the courtyard below. Oh god, okay. Come on, Rika. It'll be okay. Okay. Come on. Okay. Very well, understood. Hiya! Damn. Using her flame jutsu, Enju creates a smokescreen to temporarily rob the owner of his sight. Gah, blast it all! Where'd the smoke come from? It must be the cooking club. I believe they're using the home ec room today. What? Well, don't stand there. Make them stop at once. Nice work, Enju. Rika, just listen to me. You can do it. I know you can. You can do it. I know you can. I've seen how hard you've worked, how much you've improved. That's why I know you can pull this off. Honestly? Yes, I'm being completely honest with you. You have no reason to doubt yourself. No matter how this goes down, just know I'll be here for you. Just do your best, that's all I ask. Got it? Gambare. Yes. Understood. We'll believe you, Mitsuge. That's the spirit. Mitsuge. Yes, what is it? Hand. Hand? Hold my hand, please. Your hand? Yes, only to stop shaking. Could stop if you, Mitsuge, steadied them, held them with your own. Pretty, please. Sure, of course I can. Thanks. I gently grasp one of Rika's pale hands. Are her hands cold because she commands control over frost? Wait, what am I even thinking at a time like this? Now that this blasted smoke is finally cleared, I can see the building clearly, and nothing can keep me from destroying it. Mitsuge, the crane truck is going to destroy the second warehouse. Are you listening to me? Yes, I heard you. Rika, you have to stop him. Feeling confident now. We'll stop him, I'm certain. With that, Rika begins concentrating her energies into her jutsu. Alright, then the rest of you, commence operations. Go, Akari. It's now or never. Okay, everybody in the Board of Education, right this way. Please, watch your step. We would hate it if any of you were to take a little tumble. What the Board of Education? Why? What are they doing here? Oh, were you not aware? The Board of Education is here on inspection. They had scheduled a visitation for today. Inspection? Is that a crane truck? What in tarnation is that huge thing doing here? Don't ask us, it was all the owner's idea. He really pushed for them to be here, for some reason. Well now, this is the first I've heard of any big jobs using construction equipment. By Jupiter's beard, I've been found out, but I can't stop now. That building is going down no matter what. Say, that crane truck, I reckon it's headed for the school buildings, if I'm seeing right. Oh no, it's the owner of the school. He's in the driver's seat. But why? That building isn't scheduled for demolition. He is completely out of control. Why, he could tear down the building in front of our very eyes. What? Wahaha, too bad, you're too late. No one can stop me now. The owner pulls some levers on the crane truck, sending its wrecking ball hurtling towards the second warehouse. Now, Rika, you can do it. Okay. One is closer to Rika. Challenge a checkpoint. Is it Soul? Nope. Show me your ninja tool. Okay. I have plenty of jewels now. I think because I've been getting some free ones from like daily logins and stuff, so I have plenty of it now. Because at the end of the last video, I think I had like 20 something jewels. So I got enough to do this now. Alright, move on. Cool. It's a fried noodle hot dog. Hell yeah. I think I could use that actually. Maybe. Use it for something. Alright. Come on. Get on with it. Upon my signal, Rika silently leaps from the rooftop. Ice. Whoa. A frigid aura expands outward from Rika. Its strange energies can, and do, freeze everything in her vicinity as they descend. Mitsuge-senpai, Rika-senpai! Miyu, get back, it's too dangerous here. Miyu arrives and I beckon her to my side. Once she is out of harm's way, I look once more toward Rika. Come on, Rika, you can do this. Arctic cold, give me power. Power to protect what is dear, what has become precious to me. Oh, Rika-senpai. Keep it up, Rika. Need this power. Never again shed tears or see harm come to those precious. Brr, no, I won't let a little chilliness halt my grand scheme. Rika, now! I give the word and Rika slowly opens her eyes. All the world rests in ice. As she lands, Rika firmly plants her right hand onto the ground. Damn! Crackling frigid energy surges out from her palm. What is the meaning of this? Rika has frozen everything around her, from the trees to the air, even the soil. With the adjustments we made to its tires, the crane truck helplessly careens across the frozen ground. What? No, stop! I command you! Please, come this way, Mitsuki-senpai. Got it, Miyu. Keep sliding. No sooner do those words leave Rika's mouth than the crane truck begins spinning like a top. Ah! With a heavy thud, the crane truck hits the second warehouse on its side, where it finally comes to a stop. Damn, okay. Alright, we did it! I can't help but celebrate. Up to this point, our plan has been a smashing success. Oh sure, the second warehouse has a bit of structural damage, but not enough to be a problem. No, Rika, you did it. Agreed. Rika grins from ear to ear as I give her a thumbs up. Next, I turn to talk to Akari and Tenge. Okay, we need to move on to the next... Mitsuki-senpai! Miyu, what is it? Before I can walk away, Miyu grabs onto my arm. Mitsuki, look. At what? Oh no. Lousy rotten meddling, I'll make you pay! The owner has gone berserk. He is still driving the crane truck, and he is coming right for us. What should we do? No! Instinctually, I try to shield Miyu. I just hope this will be enough. Mitsuki-senpai, to your right. What? To your right, leap as far as you can. No time to figure out what she means by that. With Miyu still in my arms, I take a big jump. Hiya! Blast and blazes! The ground here is still frozen. It sends the crane truck, owner and all, on a violent spin toward the left. No, 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 don't crash! I land safely some distance away. At the same time, the crane truck topples onto its side. Phew, that was a close one. Looks like your danger sense has saved us again, Miyu. Thanks. Oh no, it was hardly anything. Now that we are safely out of harm's way, could you release me? Miyu's cheeks are tinged a deep crimson. They are only inches from my face. Oh right, sorry, I guess I forgot to put you down. Oh no, it was ever so pleasant to be held in another's arms. Just a little more excitement than I was prepared for, I am afraid. Ahem. Are you two quite finished? Things have taken a sudden turn over there, and I doubt you would want to miss it. Oh, really? I turn in the direction Enju is pointing to see. Blast of butterscotch, I heard all over. What was that all about? This guy. Okay. Yes. That's just what I'd like to ask you, so-called owner. The young'uns in the student council, they told me about your outrageous acts, like trying to destroy school property with zero regard for safety. Why, just now, I saw you deliberately try to run over a student with my own two eyes. All a simple misunderstanding, I assure you. Don't go making excuses, you ain't fooling me. The Board of Education will be taking charge of this nasty little mess. As for you, you got a lot of explaining to do. I've had it with this crazy school. You won't fire me because I quit. What? Have you got any sense at all? I reckon you don't, making foolish, rash decisions like that one, you lunkhead. Sticks and stones might break my bones, but words shall never hurt me. Oh no, the owner is getting off the hook that easily. Rika. Understood. Ice. Once more, Rika uses her power to flash freeze the earth, right where the owner was trying to run away. What the? A slip, a trip, a flop. The owner falls headfirst onto the ground. Wait, flop? Something else fell, but what? What a day, what a day. Wow. If my eyes do not deceive me, the owner is... bald? No, stop staring. Don't look at me. My hat. Where's my hat gone? My hat. A hat, honestly? Stop, my sides. I have to keep it in. If I laugh, I lose. Can't make it. Completely unexpected. Grah, where's my hat? The owner's shouting is muted by the sound of squealing tires. His black luxury car has arrived, pulling up in front of him. Right this way, sir. Good timing. Secretary, take me away from these fools. What? Stop. Hold it right there. Ha! I have wasted enough time with you feeble minds today. Secretary, step on it. Wait, no. Where's my hat? We must find it. Your hat, as you called it, is right there, dear owner. Underneath those tires. What? Confound it all. Never mind. Just leave. And you, all of you, you will pay dearly for this. The owner hops into the back seat, slamming the door shut behind him. From the driver's seat, the secretary glances at us. Well, if it isn't you. When the secretary notices Tenge, a knowing smile spreads over her face. What are you doing? Step on it! So Tenge and the secretary know each other, huh? What an interesting turn of events. Yes. As you wish. With that, the owner's black car peels out. Tarnation, he's getting away! Give the principal my regards. We got us a crook to nab. We will, don't worry. Good luck. The members of the Board of Education rush off in pursuit of the owner, leaving only us, the members of the Ninja Seeking Club, in the school courtyard on this weekend. I guess that's a wrap. Is it truly finally over? Hard to believe. But we pulled it off! We did it! Akari is positively beaming as she gives us all a group hug. Oh. Hey. Eek! Everybody, we did it! Everybody! We kept the club safe! And we did it all on our own! Yeah. On our own. Indeed, we have. Yes, we did. The club is safe now thanks to the efforts of each and every one of us. On the evening of the very same day... Congrats, everybody! For all of your hard work, especially today, the room is safe and sound thanks to your efforts. Yes, the room is untouched, but the hallway has certainly seen better days. Don't worry about it. Mr. Kuzuriyu said he'd have that repaired, right? So, without further ado, a toast to everyone. Cheers! Kanpai! Cheers! Yeah, cheers. Something wrong, Johnny? You aren't your normal cheerful self tonight. Yeah, all that running around must have tired me out. But no, you're right. I've got to keep this party hyped. It's what I do. Cheers, everyone. Yeah! That's the Johnny I know. Last one. Yes! Our celebration continues late into the night. I let the others have their fun. Alone, I recall the events of the past few days to myself. Everybody gave his and her all, but without Rika and Miyu, we might not have been able to pull it off. Let's go find Rika, I guess. Say, where's Rika? She's not the type to stick around crowded, noisy places like this, meaning... on the roof. I should try the rooftop. Mitsuge? I knew it would find you here. How? I just started thinking of places at the school where I could be alone. This is the first one that came to mind. Besides, from up here, you can get a good look at the spots you froze today. Rika is standing next to the rooftop vents. I walk up beside her. Mitsuge. Yes, what is it? It really happened. Successfully. It did. You did, Rika. Thanks to all of your dedication and training. Not exactly. Courage from you, key to success. Holding hands with you, Mitsuge, unleashed full potential. So, Rika faces me looking directly into my eyes. Thanks, Mitsuge. You've... Yes. Forget it, never mind. It is strange when I think about it. That Rika, who once was trying to snuff me out, would now be thanking me from the bottom of her heart. Time passes and I am by myself again. Suddenly the door of the rooftop opens. Ah, Mitsuge, there you are. May I have a word? Mr. Kuzuryu, sure. What brings you here? In the interest of full disclosure, I felt you needed to be privy to everything. With regards to what the owner sought, the secret of the school, of which you were previously unaware. Secret? What secret? The principal walks up to me, his expression more serious than I have ever seen before. This school, it harbors a certain dire beast sealed within it. Only through the efforts of the ninja was this wicked beast, whose fearsome strength brought terror to this world in ages past, confined to this school. Yes, this vile beast known as the Nine-Tailed Fox. It was bound when the powers of the Kamui and Izumo were combined. Your blade and that jewel, in other words. Wait, seriously? It beggars belief. I am aware of that. Yes, it does. Why all this talk of monsters all of a sudden? You have to be kidding me. It is more likely than you expect. Set your mind back. Recall the mysterious force exhibited by your Kamui and the Hanao family's Izumo when they came to harmonize. Oh, that. Is that why the principal let me come to the school? Because I held a Kamui? Such a strange power must only exist to counteract an equivalent threat, would you not agree? Indeed, this nine-tailed fox is such a threat, a living weapon of mass destruction, whosoever commands this power, if ever unleashed, could conquer the world. This monster, it's here at the school? Sealed beneath it, to be precise. And ensuring it remains there is the true purpose of Mizaki School. Do you understand now? Sort of. There's something super dangerous buried under the school, that much I understand. But why are you telling me about all this? Because of that owner. His true motive for accepting such a position at our school was this nine-tailed fox. He covets its power. He has wasted little time in seeking it out. While it is unclear who alerted him to its existence, or even if he is fully aware of its true nature, a greater threat we may never know, showing no trepidation in using his authority to unleash the terrible power of the nine-tailed fox. So, what are you trying to say? If that man would dare approach the school once more, if such a thing should come to pass, you must take care of him personally. You must eliminate him. That is what I ask. What? It has been several months since I transferred to the school. Even after that, try as I might, destiny will not let me escape from a life of bloodshed, it would seem. Hey! Alright. Moe Ninja Girls Season 4. 10 chapters all in all. You made it. Congrats. Rika handling this part. Alongside myself, Miyu. Oh, Rika-senpai, I must congratulate you. You have worked ever so hard. That final jutsu of yours was especially impressive. Hardly. If anything, you were more impressive. Good work. Teehee, thank you ever so much. As you have seen, this club has persevered through many a trial in the season. from solving mysteries to training to halting the owner's schemes. That owner, don't like him. Vain, arrogant, bald. Got his comeuppance, however. Seeing that, best feeling ever. Indeed, I do hope we never have to deal with that man ever again. Agreed. Well, Season 4 comes to close. Almost, all that remains are the individual endings, which you have come to know and love. Find out which route you have cleared. Mine? Oh, I would be ever so happy if it were mine. Third route could also be. Find out in finale. For Moe Ninja Girls, I am Miyu Momochi. Also Rika Machiyuki. We do hope to see you again in Season 5. We'll be there, won't you? Of course I will. Alrighty guys, so as you can see, yep, we are on the Miyu route. So we will be going for her next time. As you can see here. I probably should have did like the Miyu choices in that one just to kind of see how things would wrap up, but oh well. We already got her, so I didn't see any reason to. But anyway, so that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed it, you can let me know by leaving a like or telling me in the comments below. Subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright, deuces.